Synopsys have to have access to the most sensitive information of their customers. So their customers are companies like IBM, Toshiba, Samsung. Each of these companies competes one with the other. So Synopsys is the recipient of that information, and what they want is for each of those companies to feel completely comfortable sharing their information with Synopsys, their advanced development information, their product bugs and defects, so that Synopsys can help to fix that. That means they want real customer intimacy and an open sharing of information, but at the same time, each one of these companies, as you can imagine, IBM, for example, they don't want to take the risk that their information is going to migrate to Toshiba or to Samsung. So at Synopsys, what we did is think about how can we balance openness and secrecy that will ensure that within these customer relationships with Synopsys, there's a clear, open sharing of information and trust, and outside of that, there's a clear boundary of protection. So what Synopsys decided to do, and now I'm taking you into the early to mid-1990s, was to develop what they called Secure User Research Facility. They actually put onto their campus a building that had existed previously, but they set it aside specifically for their relationship with their customers. And each of the offices in that building had separate physical security, separate electronic security. Every single night, every one of those offices was swept for bugs. Because as you can imagine, and I'm not suggesting that IBM did this, but if you're IBM and you want to know what Samsung is working on, it's pretty hard to go into Samsung's corporate offices and say, hey, you know, what's the secret of your next integrated circuit? It's a lot easier to go to Synopsys's offices, where you've got IBM and Samsung and Hitachi working side by side, and say, oh, we'll just listen in on some conversations or look over the shoulder of an engineer to find out what they're working on or doing. And so Synopsys had to make really certain, with the most robust security that was available and continues to be available, that no information that's shared between Synopsys and a customer in this very intimate customer relationship would then migrate to another one of Synopsys' customers. So in that case, they balanced openness and secrecy by saying they've got to have the most robust physical security. So each one of these offices has double locks and key code access to get in. As I said, it's swept for bugs every night. The servers that they used, individual servers for each client Synopsys relationship. And there was a very extensive education program to make sure that every one of the individuals who was involved at Synopsys understood that these protective, confidential ecosystems were essential to maintaining the relationship Synopsys had with its customers. But also, there was education for each one of the customers to let them know this is what Synopsys is doing. And of course, as a result, you boost the marketing value of Synopsys to their customers, because now customers feel safe, they feel that they can share their problems with Synopsys. That means Synopsys is in a better position to solve those problems and to be more profitable. And in fact, for those of you who don't know, Synopsys is the #1 EDA company in the industry. So many people at Synopsys will attribute that to the fact that they put in place this openness, secrecy balance that included understanding where openness was really important and understanding where secrecy was absolutely essential.